Hi, I'm Adam Silvera, author of They Both Die at the End, co-author of What If It's Us, and now Infinity Son. Infinity Son is a magical novel set in New York where these two brothers, Emil and Brighton, find themselves caught up in the middle of this war that is generations in the making, and it sort of explores what happens when one brother gets powers and the other one doesn't. This is my first time publishing fantasy. I grew up writing fantasy for fan fiction, for books like Harry Potter and TV shows like Charmed and Supernatural, and it's been a really interesting transition. The book actually originally started off as a dark fairy tale for kids that I intended for a middle grade audience, and as I was publishing YA, I realized that I wanted to sort of see this world take shape in a YA space as well, so I can go darker and really push the limit a little bit. I've always written speculative novels, so having an opportunity now to sort of really expand in a really grander scope with Infinity Son has been a really welcome challenge. Key differences between writing contemporary and fantasy for me are definitely the introduction of magical systems into my world. My book Infinity Son takes place in an alternate New York, so I still get to play with YouTube and Instagram in really fun ways, but I also get to observe them with what do we do with YouTube and Instagram when we have magical figures in here. So it's cool seeing these magical people on Instagram and how they use it to sort of like advocate for themselves and their rights. It was really important for me to put a queer hero at the center of the story because I just want to create more representation for the queer teens out there, and as well as sort of just playing it back for myself. I didn't have enough of that in my own years growing up. I didn't see a queer character in a book until I was 19 years old, and I just want to make sure that we're seeing more and more queer heroes like getting to wear the cape and getting to be the hero who gets the love interest and gets to save the world and do all the things that we're so primed and expecting to see straight heterosexual heroes sort of receive. What stands out for me in Infinity Son is the brotherhood. I think, Emil and Brighton's relationship is truly the engine behind this series. What I really loved and observed about shows like Charmed and Supernatural was that Charmed is not a show about witches, it's about sisters who happen to be witches. Supernatural is not a show about demon hunters, it's a show about brothers who happen to be demon hunters. And Emil and Brighton are, of course, now caught up in this magical war, but it is their brotherhood that remains the vehicle that is driving everything forward. And it's just really impressive to me that their humanity is what's having the most influence on this fantastical battle. Keeping track of this world has been wild. I have this really busy Scrivener document where I keep track of anytime I introduce a new power, anytime I introduce a new character, the limits of those powers, how far they can go, how much it really affects that person internally, like if it hurts to fly or if it hurts to pick up a car, and I don't want magic to be effortless, so I've had to make a lot of considerations there, but even then, things are still sort of slipping past me, and I'm constantly now, while writing the sequel, have to jump back into the first book to see what I established there. It's wild, but I am having so much fun actually just getting to see my own creations and interpretations of powers that I've loved for so many years. Hey guys, I'm Adam Silvera. Thanks so much for checking out this video. Be sure to check out more right over here, and don't forget to subscribe to Epic Reads.